The Retro is in need of a few upgrades. So we're gonna start small today. First off with this, I'm gonna show you guys how to paint and prep your items. Also with 3 different types of paint that you can use and which one I recommend the most. With that being said, let's go ahead and get Space Ghost out of here because there's one more reveal behind the car over here that I think you guys are gonna like for it as well. I hate a cold start with a Coyote. But I'm not hating on a Coyote today. I'm actually really starting to like this car and come around, so just know that. And look at that. What do you guys see over there? We got our new tires in. We didn't get our wheels in though. And that's something else that I want to talk to you guys about today because it is extremely frustrating. And there's a little hack that you need to know. It's not really a hack, it's what you should be doing, but a lot of people don't know to do this. It can save you a lot of time and money. First off, let's look at the tire setup that we've got for the 21. These are some big beefy boys. This is a 305/45/17 for the rear and a 28/18 for the front. And as you can tell, we went ahead and went with the Mickey Thompson front runners as well. Now I chose to go 28 on front and rear because I want the car to match. We'll see about the fitment. I've heard some people say they fit good. Some people say they don't, they're too tall. But what I don't like is a 28-inch tall tire on the back and then a 26 on the front, and it gives the car like a steep rake. I don't like that. The wheels will be coming in this Thursday. Today is Sunday, so I'll show you guys the new wheels once they come in. The Retro needs a few pieces on the interior of the car, and here's one of the pieces. This is gonna be purchased from LMR. I'm gonna keep this very, very simple for you. We're gonna kind of rush through this. First things first, I always recommend you go ahead and get the color you need if at all possible, but that's not always possible. So I got gray and I really needed black, but the gray can be painted, vice versa. We're gonna dump some denatured alcohol on this and we're gonna scrub this thing down. Now what I'm doing here is using red Scotch-Brite, which will add a little tooth to the plastic, meaning it'll make the paint stick a little bit better. And also the denatured alcohol dries out the plastic and then it accepts the paint a little better, okay? Told you this is gonna be real quick. I'm not gonna worry about taking this piece off because it's already black and this is going black, so we'll just paint right over it. It'll be fine. Now you guys can take it off, but be mindful. You can break these little tabs here, or you can tape it off. Just run a piece of tape around it, but I'm gonna stick it over here and paint it. Before we do that, I wanna talk to you about paint and choices. First off, this is what I recommend. Anytime you're doing black paint on the interior of a Fox body, this is what you want to use. You guys use what you want to, this is what I use. But we're about out of that. Also in a pinch, you can use trim black. It's not quite as good, but it will absolutely work, and it's pretty close to the satin black on the inside. Now, this is my least favorite option, but this will work in a pinch as long as it's not a high traffic area, like an armrest or something like that. You can absolutely use this, which is what we're gonna do today. First off, light coats. And when I say light, I mean light. We just wanna get something on here, a dust coat, if you will. And look at that. We're already making progress. This thing probably, depending on your temperature, your weather, your humidity, I'd say probably about 5 minutes on this on a warm day, maybe 10 minutes to 15 minutes on a cold day. Got the heater going right here. Before we go any further, I want to talk to you about this stuff right here and what I don't like about it. It stays sticky. Been a couple of minutes, so I'm going to go ahead, put another coat on it. This one will be a little heavier. It looks really glossy right now, but don't worry, it'll dry up. So as you can see, that looks like crap, right? That's why you don't put gloss black on stuff like this. Now this is not gloss black and it will dry up, but for right now it's gonna look like crap. But that shows you why you don't use gloss black or semi-gloss on these parts. It just looks like crap. So I'm gonna let that dry up. Consider this done. I'll come back in and do one more coat on it, but that's basically it. You see guys, what I'm trying to tell you is don't overthink things. That's very simple to do. You saw just how quick it was. So we're just not even gonna harp on it, all right? And as you can see, I flipped this thing over and it's probably been an hour at least. There's tiny little marks right there. And that's kind of my issue with using this paint is it stays sticky for so long. Just be aware of that. That's 2 coats is all that is. And I also went ahead and sprayed the backside of it as well. All right, let's go ahead and finish this job up. Let me show you how bad the interior of this car is starting to look. But it's simple things that can really make it look better. So check this out. If you look in this car, what's the first thing that sticks out? See all the wires under there and how it's just bad fitment on this panel? All right, so as you can see, this is junk, right? Look at this. There's literally a self-tapping screw holding the bottom of this thing because all the clips are broken. You see there's literally nothing holding this panel on. Everything's broken. So we're gonna ditch that one, put a new one in. There's no clips. Yep. And there's a clip broken off in here. Ow. Should be good. More clips broken off. I can already tell you I don't like this color match as much as I like the SEM stuff. So as you can see, the black is just a little too dark and a little too shiny. Now it didn't completely cover the wires, but if we're being honest, you're always pretty much going to be looking at this car from about this angle. So the other wasn't too bad, but you still could see the wires with this. With this having the correct sleeve inside of it, really makes it nice. So this thing just popped right back in, put a couple bolts in it, and you're good. The retro, one step at a time, baby, is getting closer to the car that I've always wanted it to be, which not that it wasn't a good car, but it's really getting close now to being that car that I feel like I can get in, go drive, enjoy. And I don't know, it's one of those things that's extremely hard to explain. I have tried for years, but also at the same time, super easy to explain. Fix the little things that aggravate you and your car will be more fun. To explain that type of feeling, I don't know, because it's different for everybody, right? You may only worry about being comfortable on the interior. You may be one of those guys that only care if your car runs top notch. You don't care about the looks. You could be an exterior person. You know what I mean? But for me, it's these little things when I get inside of the car that I want to be right. Now I've made a list for this car of things that I want to do to it. So I'm going to go over it real quickly with you. I don't know that we're going to do all these things per se, but this is my list. Next up are the controls in the car. So we're gonna have to fix these because it's got the infamous broken rear control, basically because it probably got some surface rust on that cable, and it was just too hard to turn and broke the backside of it off. So I'm gonna get Berger's out of his car because he's not gonna use it. Armrest pads because these things are squishy. New plates here. And some weight jackers for the back of the car. This car, for whatever reason, likes to sit high on the passenger side, so that's one way to compensate and fix it. I don't know why it's doing it. More than likely, it's something to do with the control arms. One's maybe sticking, hanging up, the bushing's worn out in the other one. Who knows? But with all that being said, we're done. We are done for today. Trust me, the Retro Fox is gonna get better and better and better. Waiting on the machine shop on this car. I will tell you guys, I think we're going back 347 high compression in 111 camshaft. Maybe a couple little goodies, but it's going to be better than it was. H-beam rods, DSS kit. Hopefully, I think that's what we're going to do. Catch you guys in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.